Youngest heavyweight champion. On November 22, 1986, at just 20 years, 4 months, and 22 days old, Mike Tyson annihilated Trevor Berbick in the second round to claim the WBC heavyweight title, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Tyson's path was blisteringly quick. He turned pro in March 1985 and racked up 28 victories, 25 by knockout, all before he could legally rent a car. What makes this record practically unbeatable? First, most athletic commissions won't sanction anyone under 21 for a world title bout. Second, the talent pool today is deeper and fighters climb more cautiously, often spending years in undercard and regional belts before even sniffing a title shot. Finally, the sheer pressure and spotlight on heavyweight prospects now means promoters and managers protect young fighters, delaying big money championship fights until they're in their mid-20s. Combine that with mandatory contender rankings, multiple sanctioning bodies, and mandatory defenses, and you create an environment where nobody will get a title shot at 20. Therefore, Tyson's whirlwind ascent from teenage prodigy to undisputed champion in under 2 years remains a feat of timing, talent, and rule-breaking opportunity. In today's sport, replicating that perfect storm of youth, ferocity, and regulatory loopholes is virtually impossible. Tyson's age record isn't just historic, it's unbeatable, longest boxing match. On April 6, 1893, Andy Bowen and his trainer-turned opponent Jack Burke battled through an astonishing 110 3-minute rounds, enduring 7 hours and 19 minutes of continuous combat before referee John Duffy finally ruled the bout a no contest when neither man could continue. In that era, fighters routinely stepped back into the ring within days, prioritizing sheer toughness over long-term health, allowing such an endurance test to unfold. Today, no regulatory body would even consider sanctioning a fight beyond 12 rounds, a change driven in large part by the tragic death of Kim Duk-koo in November 1982 and the resulting shift toward greater fighter safety and medical oversight. Modern athletic commissions enforce mandatory medical suspensions after knockouts or lengthy bouts. These combined safety protocols, round limits, and commercial constraints make it inconceivable that any match could approach, even remotely, the duration of Bowen and Burke's epic struggle. Oldest champion. On April 19, 2014, Bernard Hopkins stepped into the ring at the age of 49 years and 94 days and defeated Beibut Shumenov to claim the WBA super light heavyweight title, setting the record as the oldest boxer ever to win a major world championship. Such longevity is virtually unbeatable today because the sport now emphasizes youth and athletic prime. Athletic commissions impose rigorous medical testing that would challenge any fighter approaching their 5th decade, while sanctioning bodies and promoters prioritize marquee matchups over veteran title bids. Modern training regimens and recovery protocols favor shorter, high-intensity careers rather than decades-long grinding. In an era where most champions retire in their mid-30s, Hopkins' ability to sustain world champion form into his late 40s stands as a testament to unparalleled discipline, strategy, and physical maintenance, and a milestone that no future contender is likely to eclipse. Longest unbeaten streak. From his professional debut in December 1910 until his first defeat on January 15, 1915, Welsh flyweight legend Jimmy the Mighty Adam Wilde amassed an extraordinary 103-fight unbeaten streak, going 103 bouts without a single loss. In just over 4 years, he averaged more than 2 fights per month, picking off opponents with his signature compact power and lightning-fast combinations. Today, such a run is not only unprecedented, but literally impossible. Modern boxing commissions impose mandatory medical suspensions after knockouts and even grueling points decisions, meaning a fighter can only compete a handful of times per year. Television contracts, promotional scheduling, and sanctioning body ranking systems further limit active champions to 2 or 3 bouts annually. Elite fighters now undergo exhaustive pre-fight physicals and are guided through carefully managed career paths to maximize longevity and revenue rather than sheer volume, because no boxer today could legally or practically step into the ring over 100 times in 4 years. Jimmy Wilde's 103-fight unbeaten streak stands as an unassailable monument in boxing history, most divisions as champion. In 1998, Manny Pacquiao captured his first major title at 112 pounds, flyweight, and then improbably climbed the ladder to win belts at 122, super bantamweight, 126, featherweight, 130, super featherweight, 135, lightweight, 140, light welterweight, 147, welterweight, and finally 154, light middleweight, when he stopped Antonio Margarito in 2010, becoming the first and only boxer in history to claim world championships in 8 different weight divisions. This feat is virtually unbeatable under modern conditions. Today's sanctioning bodies strictly regulate weight classes and champion rankings, making rapid ascents across multiple divisions nearly impossible. impossible. Fighters now specialize within 2 or 3 adjacent weights to maximize power, speed, and longevity, rather than risk the physical disadvantages of jumping dozens of pounds. Mandatory defenses, promotional politics, and broadcast commitments constrain a champion's ability to chase belts in other divisions. No modern campaign could logistically or competitively mirror Pacquiao's meteoric rise through 8 divisions, cementing his 8-division crown as a record destined to stand forever. Archie Moore closed out his 27-year professional career in 1963 with an official 132 knockouts in 186 recorded bouts, the highest knockout total ever achieved in boxing history. Moore earned his nickname by blending an impenetrable cross-armed guard with explosive counterpunching, racking up knockouts steadily from the 1930s through the early 1960s. Modern fighters simply cannot approach that volume of fights or knockouts. Today's champions average 2 to 3 bouts per year, often against carefully selected opponents, and rarely exceed 50 professional fights over their entire careers. Athletic commissions now mandate medical suspensions after knockouts and institute long recovery periods, preventing the rapid-fire schedule Moore maintained. Broadcast contracts and promoter obligations also require predictability, making marathon fighting schedules a relic of the past. Because no boxer today is permitted, or physically conditioned, to fight enough times, let alone score knockouts in virtually every contest, Archie Moore's 132 knockout milestone stands as a true permanent fixture in the record books. Most matches. From October 1928 to June 1947, English lightweight Len Wickwar climbed through the ropes an astonishing 4v2 times, compiling a career record of 342 wins, 86 losses, and 43 draws, more professional fights than any other boxer in history. Wickwar's era demanded non-stop action. Fighters often met multiple opponents in a single week, and medical oversight was minimal, allowing him to fight so frequently that his body simply adapted to the grind. Today, no boxer could remotely approach that tally. Athletic commissions impose mandatory medical suspensions after knockouts and even hard-fought decisions, effectively capping a fighter's annual schedule at 2 or 3 bouts. Promoters and broadcasters now focus on high-profile matchups, carefully pacing careers to maximize revenue and television slots rather than sheer volume. Modern training regimens emphasize recovery, weight management, and long-term health, trade-offs that make Wickwar's frenetic pace both unnecessary and impossible. Len Wickwar's 472-bout marathon stands as a singular testament to a bygone era of raw endurance and minimal regulation. In a sport governed by strict safety protocols, calculated career planning, and commercial constraints, his record is not just historic, it's unbeatable. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel because I'm going to keep posting these types of boxing videos more frequently. Thanks for watching, guys.